Well, it's another PLE for the WWE. Now we're looking at the Night of Champions, going to be in Saudi Arabia. So a lot of people doubted it was going to be there, or this might have gotten canceled. But guess what? Although what happened with the U.S. and Iran, Saudi Arabia is probably safe in this matter, and the show must go on. There's been a lot of situations which WWE has been put in this position, and the show is going to continue. Now, you may notice I look a little different, sound a little different. Well, you've never seen me before, but I do own Wrestle Productions, and I want to go and show my face going forward and kind of create that bond with me and you, right? But other than that, I do have my thoughts, my processes, and everything are still the same. I may not sound like that AI that I used before, but I am going to give you the same exact information. I'm going to still provide the same type of content, if not better, and hopefully you still rock with me during this time. And hey, go ahead and subscribe to Wrestle Productions, and we're going to get into the matches. So Night of Champions, first and foremost, it was the King of the Ring to me. I grew up watching this back in the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era. King of the Ring used to be like a endurance-based thing where everybody just had their brackets in one night and you run through. This is where my favorite wrestler coined his favorite term, Austin 316, right? So the King of the Ring is really good. It was used to push a lot of mid-card or a lot of talent that wasn't the main talent yet, main event talent, and then getting pushed. What I've noticed recently is the WWE has made a safe decision to pick already established or going to already be established. Last year they picked Gunther. Last year they picked Nia to win. And yeah, great. Gunther, not my favorite champion, but he does hold it down pretty well with the World Heavyweight Champion. Nia, obviously she is the Annihilator, and she held it down, and then Tiffany got it, and I believe Tiffany, getting it was the right call. Gunther getting it back so soon for Jay just to go ahead and have Goldberg at Saturday Night Main Event. Horrible decision, but we're not here for that. First up, we're going to talk about one of the matches that were just mentioned on Monday Night Raw, and that's going to be the Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez match. So obviously, as you know, Raquel is kind of in a hard situation right now where she can't defend her title. She is the women's tag champion with an S. Obviously, Liv getting injured puts Raquel in a position in which she can't actively defend the titles. And in the past, they have stripped the titles and given them to other teams. They've done a tournament and all that good stuff. But the way I see it in the Judgment Day, this is going to progress the story a little bit better. You're going to have Raquel team with Roxanne, because Roxanne Perez is trying to be a part of the Judgment Day. But in Liv's absence, she's going to go ahead and get buddy with them. She's going to go ahead and get on Raquel's good side. And then apart from that, kind of like what they did with Naomi, Jade, and Bianca, Roxanne Perez is going to step in and be, tag champion with Raquel for a while. And then obviously it's going to cause a little tension with Liv when she comes back. Progresses to more of the Judgment Day finally breaking up, hopefully, because this has just been a story that I've been thinking is going to happen for so long. But enough about that. Rhea Ripley and Raquel have a lot of issues in the past. Obviously, the main center, the focus has been Liv and that women's title. But now there's no title, there's no Liv, and they have screwed each other out of being in the Queen of the Ring, which is really cool because now you have a beef that you can settle at the King and Queen, at Night of Champions, and kind of figure out what to do next. Rhea is a main eventer. She is going to be always spoken about when it comes to championships. Not so much Raquel. She's going to be keeping that tag title for a while. I do see Rhea Ripley going away with the win here. It's Rhea. They're not going to let Rhea lose to Raquel. Raquel is great and all in terms of her tag team abilities or anything like that. She's just not a Rhea. She's not going to win. She's not going to get far in that match. Rhea Ripley's going to take the win, and from there we're going to push that further. Or maybe Raquel does get some help from Roxanne. How about that? Roxanne Perez is going to come in and help Raquel win. And by doing that, she's going to get on her good side. And by getting on her good side, she's going to go ahead and get that opportunity to be tag champion with her and hold it down while Liv is out. So the next match that they just made official, and this one's actually one I'm excited for. It's Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Now, recently, for a long time, Karrion Kross has just been trying to be the puppeteer and control everybody. A lot of people. He's been getting into Xavier Woods' head, which he's actually corrupted him, right? He's tried to get into Sammy's head. And Sami has just been fighting for the longest and saying he's not that person Karrion says he is. Sammy said he wanted to focus on Karrion after the King of the Ring tournament. Unfortunately for Sammy, he didn't make it. So now all his attention's on Karrion Kross. One good thing about it is Karrion Kross was able to stay after all of his other teams. Right? Authors of Pain, that old dude, they all got let go, but Karrion was kept. And he had went and did an interview, and he did really good on the interview, letting them know that WWE wants viral moments and not letting the guys in the back get this, right? He tried to corrupt AJ Styles. It didn't work. So now we're finally getting to see Karrion Kross get the opportunity to be in a match. Yes, he might be opening up the PLE, but he's getting a match. He hasn't had a match in a long time. So to get a PLE match against Sammy, I don't see him winning, but hey, he gets a match in Saudi Arabia, which is really good, right? So he gets to go ahead and get a PLE after a long, long time, get to progress his story. Maybe he does beat Sammy. Maybe he cheats. Maybe Sammy beats him. The way I see it, I think Sammy is going to win. Sammy's going to beat Karrion Kross, but he's not going to end it there. This is not where this feud ends. This is not where this issue ends. I think Sammy might beat Karrion, but not in a clean way. He might not beat him as a babyface. He might beat him as a heel, which then reveals Sammy's real way, right? Am I thinking too soon? Maybe. But I do see Sammy getting away with the win here. Maybe Karrion does corrupt him a little bit to make him cheat, make him take advantage, because this has been leading up to some type of heel turn for Sammy. Who knows? Maybe we want to see a little heel turn of Sammy here and there, and Karrion might be the reason or the catalyst to make that happen. So I'm going to give this one to Sammy, but Karrion might win a long run. Karrion Kross might win a long run because he corrupts Sammy. Next up, we have the U.S. champion, Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa. Now, I'm excited for this match because a lot of people love Jacob. He's really good at what he does. For a big guy, he can do a lot of good moves. He's unstoppable. You know, he does what he does. He's an enforcer. But you can't forget that Solo Sikoa was also an enforcer. And a lot of people know that Solo was great in NXT. When he made it to the main roster, he was Roman's enforcer. He didn't have the best schedule, but just understand, he put multiple Samoan spikes in John Cena and beat Cena. He's beaten John Cena, right? So there's that. The thing is, I've always said that Solo has become a better person overall, a better talent overall. He's gotten better in the ring. He went from that serious enforcer to now comedic, but yet serious at the same time, right? So he can remind you that he can be serious as well. And what I like about that is Solo has evolved from enforcer to tribal chief temporarily to now being the Solo that he is now. And I hope that somehow, whether he gets help from JC Mateo or he does beat Jacob, that he wins. Jacob is great. Jacob's amazing. He does not need a title to be who he is. But I would like to see Solo finally get some gold on the main roster. That'd be really cool to see him beat Jacob Fatu, right? Jacob is basically untouchable. He's hard to beat. He's like just overall just a monster, right? So if Solo Sikoa can beat him, that'd be great. I hope that this match goes on very well. It's good storytelling. We went from bringing Solo bringing Jacob in, Jacob saying I love you Solo, to now transitioning to I hate you Solo, and it's just amazing growth. I think it happened a little sooner than a lot of people thought, because we still have a lot to go on with. You know, the Tongans are not here. Tamatonga, Tongaloa, they're not here. You know, we still got beef to handle with Solo and Seth's squad. Roman, nowhere to be found, right? But yet right now, Jacob Fatu is alone by himself doing his thing. I don't know, but I hope Solo does take this win. Maybe I'm crazy, but I want Solo to take this one. Okay, so next up, we're going to talk about the Queen of the Ring. We have Asuka versus Jade Cargill. Now, again, like I mentioned earlier, this was supposed to bring mid-card or lower talent, give them the shine, right? You make superstars out of this, world heavyweight champions out of this, you know, women's champions out of this. But right now, the WWE is going the safe route and picking Asuka, who just came back from her injury from a long time, hasn't been in the ring for over a year and change. And you have Jade Cargill, the most protected women's wrestler in the WWE. And it's pretty obvious, you know, Jade is going to take the win. She didn't win last year because she got disqualified for hitting, I believe, Nia with the chair. So this year, she's actually made it to this PLE by herself, no tag match, nothing like that. And now she gets to go against Asuka. Hopefully, this can go well. Jade has progressed pretty well in the ring by herself, you know, working with Naomi. You've seen that match go really well. Naomi did do a lot to carry the match. However, Jade has improved. Jade working with Bianca, she has improved. So now her single skills Jade is basically the modern day Goldberg for the women's wrestlers, but she's amazing in my eyes, and I believe she will win. Asuka's great as well. I'm not saying she's not, but I think the WWE is going to take the safe route, have Jade win, have her go ahead and face Tiffany in the future, and of course, must proceed with caution. We'll cash in. That's just my thought. Let's see how far that goes, but I do see Jade winning this one. We've gotten through with the Queen of the Ring. Now it's the King of the Ring. You have Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. I personally believe that this is going to be a better match than the main event because it's a dream match. You're seeing Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes go at it. Now, they're both baby faces. Randy does touch and dabble into the heel here and there with his eye pokes and all that good stuff. But, back in the day, Randy took Cody under his wing. Randy did his thing and, had Cody's a lackey. Cody is a side character. Randy was the main guy. Cody left, went to AEW, came back, became the guy, finished his story. And then as you can see, multiple glances at times when Cody had the belt, Randy was looking. And a lot of people thought out of nowhere RKO was going to come. But it didn't come. But what we do get to see are two friends, two baby faces. They're real friends. Go at it. And I think this is going to be a great match. I did see this coming from the long run. I did see when Randy progressed and it was Jay versus Cody. I knew people would want to see Cody versus Randy more than they wanted to see Jay versus Randy. But that being said, Randy's almost out the door. He's mentioned it, I believe, that he's done less because of his shoulders. He's doing limited moves, different things like that. He's got a lot of gas in the tank too, but I believe that Cody's got a longer go in this rest of his career, and Cody will progress. Cody will finish. Cody will get to the end. And Cody will get to finally see John Cena at SummerSlam, hopefully, and take the title back. Now, I'm not 100% sure if that will happen because Cena is slated to be here for a good amount of appearances. And I'm thinking Cena might hold the title until almost towards the end. SummerSlam is not towards the end for him. He still has Crown Jewel to worry about. So, who knows? We'll see. But like I said, I do see Cody winning this. It's going to be a great match. A lot of people are Cody haters. I don't know why. I like Randy more than Cody, but I see Cody winning this. It's the safer route, a safer bet for the WWE. What I've learned is that Triple H loves to play the long game, loves to play long storytelling, and there's no story with Randy Orton versus John Cena again. That's done. It's come. It's gone. That's it. That was a dream match back in the day. We had the dream match that, obviously Cena's not really delivering during his matches. His promos are great, but it's always low blow, hit you in the head with the belt, and it's done, right? But again, this is going to be a better match in my opinion than the main event, which brings me to the main event. It's going to be CM Punk versus the WWE Champion, the 17, almost never seen, or whatever he calls it, John Cena. So Cena's going to win. I'm just going to go straight to it. Cena's going to win. He's not losing the title anytime soon, especially going to Saudi. There's a lot of money to be made with Cena still. The story is still progressing with Cena still. And obviously I see Cody actually beating Cena and taking the title back because Cody is the golden boy right now in the WWE. A lot of people may not like him and think that his run was a little boring, but you're comparing it to Roman's 1,400 plus days of being a champion, which is kind of unfair. But at the same time, I was skeptical that Cody would win it back from John until I saw Gunther win it back from Jay, which, by the way, I never want to see another Gunther versus Jay match ever again. I'm done. Saw that with intercontinental matches, title matches. I saw that with the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm just over that. Never want to see it again. But, like I said, I do see John Cena winning this. He's not going to win it like the old John Cena. He's going to cheat. He's going to low blow him. He's probably going to get some help. He's probably going to hit him in the head with the belt and call it a day. That's it. The match is done. Kind of lackluster, but that's what John Cena is doing. He's ruining wrestling. So I think he's doing the right job. Cutting good promos, having dream matches. Obviously, he's an older guy. He can't really do what he used to do. Granted, there's other guys that are much older than him doing this, but Cena's just not the old Cena that we once knew, and that's okay. So, like I said, John Cena takes the win, keeps it moving, keeps it pushing. So, this is going to look to be a great Night of Champions. Hopefully, my predictions do come true. And like I said, I'm looking way more forward to the Cody versus Randy match because that's a nice dream match as well. And look, this is the first type of way that I'm doing this format, and hopefully I keep doing it this way. The AI thing is just not it for me. It took me a while to even try to get on camera. Hopefully you guys like comment, subscribe. Let me know who you think is going to win. Comment below who you think is going to win in these matches. Who will be King of the Ring? Who will be Queen of the Ring? And then will CM Punk beat John Cena? Will John Cena beat CM Punk? We'll find out on Saturday night. So thank you. Like, subscribe. I'm out.